Bonjour, brothers and sisters and fellow truth seekers. I'm on foot right now because the car is in Le Mécanique here in Brittany, I think they call it Brittany. Interesting part of France. They got their own flag, they got their own history, and all of that has been sidelined by being sort of in the greater France. It's not something that these people feel happy about, apparently. And a little bit like the Catalans, they want their own, they prefer to be their own country. And the connection between the Welsh and other Celts is apparently well known. It seems to me like it's a little bit like when these lands were separated by the waters they call the English Channel. They lost a lot of that. And of course the Empire of Rome overran these people. We live in a crazy world, which is controlled by a few for some reason. Dark or just a test. I don't know. But I thought I'd make a quick video as I was on foot. Bonjour. I can't remember even how to say hello. Sometimes I feel a little bit of a tool. Duck out of water, actually. And I know I can't be in a place where I don't have the language. Not for long, anyway. Apparently, even in a little village like this during the lockdown, it was you had to have papers to move around. People were being, the gendarme was giving people a hard time. I'm outside a tiny chapel church, which has hallmarks of mud, flood. That tiny door behind me actually is tiny. It makes no sense. But yeah, I can't turn. Can I turn the? Yeah, I can. This is, that's an interesting name, right? But this is just another one of many. You go around to every village in England, in France, Germany, Spain. You got all these names of the last cull, the last major cull. I'm in Lignol. All these young men that never got to live a full life because of the propaganda, which, sorry about the scraping sound there. Man is raking his hard surfaces. But there was a cull, as we all know, and that cull has continued from 2020 and other times. And as we predicted, certainly I was predicting a few years ago, that this is the entree, the beginning of World War III, the starter. And we are seeing, I think, the next step up. There's a very sensitive topic everybody knows about in the Middle East, to do with the Dome of the Rock, to do with the land centered on Jerusalem. What has gone down there is a little bit like the bird flu and the other one, the CV flu. It's a lot of media hype designed to trigger trauma and pit man against brother. sister. So if I look a little tired, it's just to do with the current living quarters situation. I won't grumble about it, but just to know I'm not getting as much sleep as I would prefer at the moment. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw a video together, just al fresco, just to say, you know, I hope you're well and that you're not getting too drawn into the crazy, but it's obviously going to come down and affect us all in ways that are hard to quantify at this point in time. But you see that the food prices here in France are pretty high actually. Fuel costs are high, accommodation costs are high. Coming out of the border in England, the police dude was pretty. Yeah, it was full on, and questions about, you know, why are you traveling? You don't have a lot of stuff. Have you got cash on you? Blah blah blah. You know, a few other questions. What do you do? You know, how come you're going away for a month or two? All of that sort of stuff. The free movement of people will be limited going forward. More. But where are you? You know, where am I? What's the soul doing? Are we finding peace and calm, or are we caught up in misinfo? I don't know. I was watching a bit of Flatzoid talking to Mactoon. That was annoying. Really, you know, and we're just gonna be arguing with people about this reality until the cows come home. It's a pretty interesting building here. But until the cows come home, we are going to be arguing with. I saw this. That's why I shared it. Interesting conversation with a guy, fully tattooed guy, talking to Archaics last night, and I found his take very much in alignment with the way I conceive of the world now as a electromagnetic singularity, you know, in which we are just fractals expressing that. And the more that things tighten, the more that this game just ramps things up, the tighter the torus becomes, till eventually it, you know, it's like going down the plug hole. Eventually, you know, the thing whirls around and round and round until eventually it kind of comes into a singularity again. So it feels like it's meant to do what it's doing at the moment. You know, like we used to think, you know, if everyone discovered the Earth was flat, then that would be game over. But it can't be like that. It has to be this expression of people's darkness coming through. And then once that darkness has been expressed, and you go into the black hole, and you come out the other side. So the point is, I guess, to keep this short, where are you at? You know, because when we go down the plug hole, are you at peace, in balance, or are you carrying so much hatred that you have to take that forward? So I'll end it there. Peace and love.